Hi, I'm Tyson with Adventure Rig, and you may be wondering right now, what kind of backwoods debauchery am I watching currently? Well, Callie and I have to move out to Minnesota for the summertime for our work, and in the winter is when we're in Colorado. So if you've seen a lot of videos in the past, awesome landscapes, beautiful scenery, this is not that. This is Minnesota. So what we have here is our training center that we use to try to stay somewhat in shape for the climbing season when we get back to Colorado. However, you're probably like, the climbing season's right now, it's the middle of summer, but it's not for Callie and I. So what we have is a hangboard made by Trango, and this is the Prodigy. You can see that we obviously have it jerry-rigged up to a forklift, which actually works really well for us because we can move it around, and it has some other benefits that we'll touch on in a minute. The Prodigy is an awesome board for both Callie and I to use. I'm a little bit stronger than her, however, with all of the different features and pockets that it has on it, it's something that she can totally use to build her skill level as well. On the outside, we have a lot of different pockets. Down low, we have a 2-finger pocket that has somewhat indentations built into it, so your fingers kind of sit apart from each other. And then right above that, a 3-finger that's a little bit deeper. And then if you move in, again, another 2-finger without the indentations. And for me, still a 2-finger above it, but it's again, a little bit deeper. On the outside here, we have a nice little spot for crimps, as well as a nice big deep pocket. This, I can kind of fit 4 fingers in it, 3 definitely fit better. If you have smaller hands, you'll easily be able to fit 4. And then what I really like about these rails up here is that they actually start out deep on the inside, and as you move to the outside, they get more shallow, giving you not as much surface area for your fingers to rest on. As you get stronger, you actually have these marks here so that you know every time you go and train on the board where you were the last time you were on it, so you can stay in that spot or move over a little bit and know exactly how far you're moving. Also, on the inside of all of these features, it does have stage 1 texture, which is still a little bit soft, but definitely a little bit grippy. And then on these larger holds up on the top, the jugs, a little bit of a sloper, and this pinch, stage 2. So it's gonna give you just a little bit more grip. And that was the first thing that I noticed about this board, is how nice it was to the touch. I've had some in the past that were like sandpaper. I mean, they really tore your hands apart, especially if you're training and maybe your hands aren't built up for that type of abuse. This board definitely has a nice texture and takes that into account. As far as mounting, really easy. It comes with all the screws you need, and each side has 4 screws to mount it. Also, what I like, you can see it's 2 separate pieces. So depending on your body type, maybe how broad your shoulders are, you can obviously move these apart or bring them closer together to suit your own style. Now you can see we actually have a few things going on here. This is the entire Elite package. So it also comes with these pulleys as well as these eye bolts. It doesn't come with the can of paint. That was my own redneck touch. What's nice about this is as you are hanging on the board and you're wearing a harness, you can obviously clip this into your harness, and it provides you with a little bit of counterweight so that you're not as heavy on the board. No matter what your skill level is, it's definitely nice to have something like this as that counterweight, so that when you're hanging on these really small crimps or you're doing 2-finger, 1-finger, you're not gonna blow your joints apart or injure yourself. I mentioned this was mounted on a forklift, and the great thing about having it on the forklift is that if you're using it and you wanna keep your feet on the ground, they recommend using a stool or anything to prop your feet up, and we can actually just lower the forklift or raise the forklift. So that's really great, even though it looks maybe a little bit trashy. Also with the Elite package, when we're talking about blowing joints apart and keeping yourself safe, they give you the Rock Climbers Training Manual. And this was written by Mike and Mark Anderson. They are extremely good rock climbers with proven results from their training. They've put it into a book so that we can hopefully get those same results. This has a ton of information in it. Everything from weight management and eating to joints, keeping yourself safe, to training, and actually training with this specific board here, which is really great. It also includes a nice training log in the back so that you can keep track of what you're doing and actually see the improvement along the way. Again, this is Trango's Elite package. If you just want the board, you can totally order that from them. Also, they have a lot of really great videos on the board, mounting, all that kind of stuff. They also have a lot of other educational videos on their website, so be sure to check it out, trango.com, and you're gonna find a wealth of information. Also, if you're wondering where Callie and I are or what we're up to, Right now we're working in Minnesota. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram at Adventure Rig. If you guys have any questions about this particular setup or anything else, please leave them in the comment section below and we'll get back to you. Again, thank you for watching. I'm Tyson with Adventure Rig.